How's it going, folks? Rob here. Welcome back to the channel. We're on Horizon 5 for episode 1, what potentially could be a series where we're going to take a look at some of the greatest rivals in motoring history using the cars in Horizon 5. So today we're going to have a look at two cars, two amazing supercars that just changed the game of what cars can do performance-wise. They set the standard for decades to come. So let's get straight into it and see which one is better. Alright, first up we've got the Porsche 959. Whereas Ferrari built a stripped-out race car for the road, Porsche built something closer to a technological masterpiece, especially for the mid-80s. Now, the 959 originally was designed to do Group B rallying, with that rally heritage shows in the engineering of this car. Down back of the 959 is its heart. This is the 2.85-litre twin-turbocharged flat-six engine, produces about 445 horsepower. Got a 6-speed manual gearbox, but unlike a lot of cars to that era, all the power went to all four wheels. That could be dynamically adjusted to distribute the power to whichever wheel needed the grip the most. Very advanced stuff for the time. And unlike a little certain red car we're about to take a look at, the Porsche actually wanted to make this thing usable on the road by its drivers. You got proper comfortable interior, adjustable suspension, and it has a radio. It is a bit heavier than the Ferrari. This thing weighs 1,450 kilograms. But with the all-wheel drive and that power, it should be a good package to make this thing quite fun to drive. And second up is the rival, and for me, just about the greatest supercar ever made. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the F40. This car was built to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary, and it became the final Ferrari car personally approved by Mr. Enzo Ferrari himself before he passed away in '88. Now, Ferrari's aim for this car? Pure and simple. Speed and lots of it. Powered by this amazing 2.9-litre twin-turbocharged V8 producing 478 horsepower in game. Power goes to the rear wheels only through a 5-speed manual gearbox. But it isn't just this amazing engine that sets this car apart compared to most supercars of the time. It was the fact that this thing was incredibly lightweight for the time. Ferrari used carbon fiber, Kevlar, other lightweight composite materials to keep this car incredibly light and agile, tipping the scales at just over 1,100 kilograms in the real world. But in game, it is about 1,350. I'm not too sure what happened there. Now, the Ferrari's F40's interior, minimal is the best way to describe it. To keep the weight down, you get nothing. You get bucket seats, steering wheel, pedals, and a shifter. That is it. No comforts, no carpets, no sound insulation, not even a radio. But when you got that thing behind your head, who really cares about what's playing on the radio? It's essentially a race car for the road. Now, about 1,300 of these cars are made. Porsche ended up making 337 of the 959, I believe. We've got them here on Horizon. We're going to do some tests to find out which one is best. But first up, let's check out the brakes. All right, now for the brake test, 150 Ks down to 0. Ignore the smoke. It is just a glitch with the replays. That is coming in at about 48 meters, which isn't too bad, especially for a car in the mid-80s. And it weighs 1,450 kilos. This one weighs about 1,350, much lighter, less car to stop, and as you can see, 44 meters. Quite impressive brakes for a car that's about 40-something years old. So let's hit the track. We're going to see exactly what these things can actually do down a runway. Got a purpose-built 5-mile runway, which I built completely flat, nothing to get in the way to interrupt the flow of these cars. We're going to launch them at the same time. Off the line, 0 to 100 km an hour. They're both 3.6, 0 to 160. The Porsche 8.2, Ferrari 8.1, basically the same. Coming across the 1 mile marker up here where they've got the little bridge. The Ferrari comes across at 19.4, just ahead of the Porsche, which is 19.6. Now, in the real world, when the 959 was released, it hit 197 miles an hour at the time in '86. Was the fastest car in the world. Then Ferrari released the F40. It hit 201 miles an hour. It was the first car in the world, production car, to hit 200 miles an hour, the magic marker. However, in game, I got no idea what happens. The Porsche is faster in a straight line. Down here it hit 319 kilometers an hour, where the Ferrari could only get to 318. I ran the Ferrari twice. It is just the way the gearbox has been set up in game. It should be much faster than it is, but in game, it is not. For some reason, the slower and fatter 959 is quicker. Alright, so I bought both cars here. It's one of the tracks on the Mexico map. Around here, both cars are really good as you'd expect. They are completely different Ferraris, we know, stripped out raw race car for the road, where the 959 is full of incredible tech. Now, around here, I'd give the edge to the Ferrari. It is lighter, it's more agile, you can get more speed coming out of the corners. It is rear-wheel drive, 478 horsepower, it's got lots of power. You do have to adjust the throttle here and there to keep the back end in check, but overall it's fairly manageable. It's not like a modern car with way too much horsepower for what the car is. Now, as a 959, it does feel a bit heavier. It's got all drive, so you do have good grip. You can maintain some good speed around, but the braking is just not as good, so you got to brake a little bit earlier, and you just can't get the power down onto the road as quick as I could in the Ferrari. Now, for me personally, if this Ferrari had a better tuned gearbox, it would be a lot faster around here than it would be compared to what it was now. Both cars are really great. I think just a few adjustments here, especially the gearboxes on both cars. The gear ratios need to be shrunk down, but as you can see on the straight line, the Ferrari won quite comfortably. Now, in game, is the rivalry there? Sure, not as much as the real world, because 2 seconds around a fairly short lap is a lot. Now, if I had to pick, if I'd got to choose one car, despite the fact that it's faster, I've got to go the F40. It's just one of the coolest looking cars like all the time. Look at that. I was 5 when this came out. It is just, to this day, it has to be one of the benchmark supercars ever made. I just love them. I've seen one in real life, and something you won't forget. It was just an awesome experience to see it. And I'd love to drive one, but that's never going to happen. I don't think anyone would even let me touch the handle. They're just a masterpiece. The 959 is brilliant in its own right, but you wouldn't want to drive one in the real world as for a daily driver. You'd rather the 959, but just as a pinnacle of motoring masterpiece, this thing is just absolutely brilliant. I love them. I'm Rob. That is episode 1 of Car Rivalries. Should be back next week for another one. Until then, see you later.